Welcome to Aura by Vibes Lifestyle, inspired living, inspiring you to amplify your aura. Thank you for being here. It's time to break free from negative cycles. It's time to stop repeating harmful patterns. We all encounter negative cycles in our lives, patterns of behavior, thoughts, or situations that seem to repeat themselves, causing frustration, self-doubt, and emotional distress. These cycles can manifest in various ways: toxic relationships, unhealthy habits, or repetitive negative thinking. The good news is that these cycles can be broken, but it takes conscious effort and self-awareness. Here's how you can stop repeating negative cycles and create positive change in your life. 1. Identify the cycle. The first step in breaking a negative cycle is recognizing that it exists. Negative cycles can be difficult to spot, mainly because they often feel automatic or natural. So ask yourself, what is happening repeatedly in my life that I don't want to continue? Do I find myself in the same kind of arguments, struggles, and emotional states again and again? Are there recurring negative thoughts or behaviors I just can't seem to shake? Take time to reflect on areas where you feel stuck or consistently disappointed. Whether it's procrastination, anxiety, or unhealthy relationships, acknowledging the cycle is the first step towards change. 2. Understand the root cause. Negative cycles often stem from deeper emotional or psychological issues. These could include unresolved trauma, limiting beliefs, past experiences, or fears that influence your behavior. It's important to examine the root causes of the cycle, which might require introspection or even professional guidance. Are there past experiences that are influencing how you respond to situations now? Do you have beliefs about yourself, like I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed, that reinforce those negative behaviors? Are there unresolved emotions like fear or anger that are playing a part? Understanding the root cause allows you to address the underlying issues instead of just treating the surface behavior. Sometimes working with a therapist or counselor can be incredibly beneficial in uncovering these deeper layers. It's really up to you the path that you take toward healing. 3. Challenge negative thoughts and beliefs. Negative cycles are often fueled by unhelpful thought patterns. You may engage in self-sabotaging thoughts or automatic negative thinking. That keeps you stuck in the cycle. For example, I'll never find happiness. I'll never have true love. I always fail at everything I do. This reinforces a sense of helplessness and perpetuates negative behavior. To break the cycle, you need to challenge these thoughts. You can reframe negative thoughts. So when a thought arises, ask yourself if it's based on facts or assumptions. Can you replace it with a more realistic or positive perspective? Also, practice self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up for past mistakes, treat yourself with kindness. Understand that everyone has setbacks, and they don't define your worth or future. I once had someone use the example of spilling coffee on yourself and then getting so upset at yourself, like, Why did I have to spill that coffee on myself? Now I have a stain on my shirt, etc., etc. And they just continue from there. But the thing is, if you visualize yourself not only spilling the coffee on yourself, but every time you have another negative thought about spilling the coffee, it's like you pouring it on yourself over and over again. So just picture the cup in your hand and you intentionally pouring it onto yourself. And when you think about it that way, the concept is just so ridiculous that you're like, why would I do that to myself? I love myself. I'm not going to pour coffee on myself over and over again. It's unfortunate enough that it happened the first time, you know? So just try to have different perspectives on things. And that's why having influences that are positive, that show you how to reframe and reprogram your mind are so essential, because it gives you that other lens to look through that's different than the lens you've been looking at everything through for your entire life. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a proven method for challenging and changing negative thought patterns. And practicing mindfulness can also help. You will become more aware of your thoughts in the moment. Neuroplasticity is something that I'll be diving more into soon as well. 4. Change your behavior. Once you've identified the cycle and its root causes, it's time to take action. Often, negative cycles are self-perpetuating because of habitual behaviors. These behaviors can range from avoiding responsibilities to overreacting in certain situations. To break the cycle, you need to make intentional changes in how you respond. Set small, achievable goals. Start with small, manageable changes that can gradually lead to larger shifts. For example, if you tend to be a procrastinator, begin by setting a timer for 10 minutes to work on a task and gradually increase that time. You can also look into the Pomodoro method. Develop new coping mechanisms. Replace negative behaviors with healthier alternatives. For example, if stress triggers negative thoughts or actions, practicing breathing exercises, journaling, or physical activity could be a few methods for you to cope. Behavioral change often requires consistent practice and patience, but with time, you can rewire your habits and reactions. 5. Seek support. Breaking free from negative cycles doesn't have to be done alone. Seeking support from others can provide encouragement, new perspectives, and an emotional foundation. Whether it's a close friend, family member, support group, therapist, life coach, by sharing your struggles with someone who understands, it can help you to feel less isolated. Isolation can also lead you to feeling cut off from the world as a whole. It can be quite debilitating. Join support groups if you can. Many people find comfort and strength in connecting with others who are going through similar experiences. This can also provide motivation to stay on track. You can learn from others what they're doing that's working for them. Accountability. Sometimes, having someone check in on your progress can help you stay committed to breaking the cycle. Having a support system helps reinforce positive change and prevents you from falling back into old habits. 6. Practice patience and self-awareness. Changing negative cycles is a gradual process, and setbacks are normal. It's important to practice patience with yourself and stay mindful of your progress. Every step you take toward breaking the cycle is a victory, even if it feels small. Celebrate small wins, and this is an important one. Please acknowledge when you make progress. No matter how minor it may seem, this will keep you motivated and build momentum. Learn from setbacks. If you slip back into the cycle, don't be discouraged. Reflect on what happened, learn from the experience, and refocus on your goals. Self-awareness is key in breaking negative patterns. By consistently checking in with yourself, you'll be better equipped to notice when the cycle is beginning again, and you can intervene before it takes hold. 7. Establish new routines and habits. One of the most effective ways to break a negative cycle is to replace it with a positive one. Establish new routines and habits that align with the changes you want to make. For example, start a morning routine that sets a positive tone for the day. Develop a habit of exercising or practicing mindfulness to reduce stress. Incorporate regular reflection or journaling to monitor your emotional state. That way you can see your progress. By creating new routines, you reprogram your mind and body, making it easier to replace the negative cycle with something healthier. Breaking free from negative cycles is a transformative process that requires self-awareness, patience, and consistent effort. By identifying the cycle, understanding its causes, and then actively changing your thoughts and your behaviors, you can gradually replace harmful patterns with positive, empowering ones. Remember, change takes time, but every step you take toward breaking the cycle brings you closer to a healthier, more fulfilling life and a more vibrant you. Amplify your aura. Stay inspired.